What's good, YouTube? You know what time it is. It's AM where your boy try to stay sitting and skate, bow. Never in the gym. All right, man, I'm just feeling good today, man. How y'all feeling? I feel absolutely wonderful today. Why is that? I'm just happy for the place I'm at in life right now. Like, it's not always been like this, but I just want to be happy for the times that I do have the time to say that I'm happy for it. You know, they say the good times never feel like the good times. It's because we don't appreciate the good times that we're in. And I know right now I'm in a good moment in my life. You know, I'm great with my daughter. I'm great with my career. I'm great in my life goals or what I'm trying to achieve. And that's just a testament to God for me. And I'm just happy that I'm able to even be in this situation because it wasn't always like this. So about 2 years ago, 2020, when COVID started, you know how I was. Everybody was losing their job. Everybody was at home, global pandemic. Everybody feeling horrible about whatever was going on in their life. I know I was recently off of surgery. I went to Argentina to play, trying to recoup my career to get back to playing basketball, and COVID hit. I was there for literally 3 weeks. 3 weeks after being out for 9 months. I was not playing for 9 months. Finally got on the team again, and in 3 weeks, the season was over because of COVID. That's life. That happens. I wasn't the only one affected. There was a lot of other people affected. I know. Everybody knows. This is a world pandemic. So everybody has their story. And it's pretty much what happened with me and mine. When COVID started, I went back home. And I was still suffering really bad from my post-surgery, you know, and I didn't rehab well. I didn't know all of the steps that I needed to take after surgery to start playing basketball again at a high level. And in the meantime, I had a family member that worked at Walmart. They were like a manager or something at Walmart, and they was able to give me a job, which I was grateful for because, you know, COVID, nobody working, need to work. I do have a daughter. I have to work. I have to, you know, provide. And the best I could do at that time was working at Walmart. And I was just like stuck. It was just a stuck feeling. And I got a taste of what it's like to work in the real world. I had to get up at 3 a.m. in the morning, drive 30 minutes, you know, just to work my shift at 4 in the morning, and it was just a grind, and it wasn't me. For me, that's not something that I do. I'm not a worker. I need to own something. I need to be a businessman. I need to be an owner, the boss. It's in my blood. That's why I don't feel comfortable anywhere else. I didn't feel comfortable working at Walmart, even though at the time, the circumstances was good because, like I said, COVID was like crazy and nobody was just handing out jobs and pick up a job here and there. That wasn't going on. So I remember while I was playing there, I had got offered from my cousin to go play in this 3-on-3 in Doha, Qatar. And I haven't been training in probably 4 months at this time. Not training correctly, like literally playing outside in the park somewhere just to get any kind of runs. Like literally an outside park, concrete, went back to my old hometown, like outside court. And he used to have some good, that was the only basketball going on. Even though we weren't supposed to be out there because of we was out there playing. That was the only basketball. And then when you realize when they take basketball away, you will do anything to find just a little hope and play with somebody, anybody. Let's go hoop. And it would get like 30, 40 people out there because everybody just want to play on a half court. We were playing half court just to get a run in. And shoot, it was great. That was all I could do at that time. So when I got invited to go play on the 3-on-3, I was terrible. Absolutely terrible. I was out of shape, couldn't breathe. The weather was so hot and muggy, and I just wasn't prepared for that. And I call myself a professional player, and I'm out here not being able to play on the stage that I said you have to be ready. What I'm basically saying is I wasn't ready. I wasn't in shape. I hadn't been getting shots up consistently. And I let the excuse of, well, the gyms were closed. There's a situation with the world right now is going to stop me from getting better. That was my mistake. And that's what I own up to. And that's why I stunk. Pretty much. I didn't play. I didn't play good at all. I played horrible. In my perspective, I played horrible. Didn't win a game. It was just bad. And it was at that moment that I kind of got a realization, like, what are you going to do? Because I'm working here at Walmart. They gave us a little bump in pay, and I got comfortable. I got a job that paid me every day. All I got to do is come in here, BS around, and they're going to give me this much, and I can pay this off, and I'll be covered for this. Getting that comfortable feeling and just that consistent guarantee of a little bit of money can put you in a stuck position, because it lets you forget what you're really meant to be doing. And I forgot. It happens to everybody. And I forgot, and I got comfortable in the position. I'm like, oh yeah, if I work this amount of hours and I work this amount, I'm gonna get paid this, and that's cool. And I'm like, really? That's really what you want to do? I literally asked myself, is that really what you want to do? And it wasn't. And I had to check myself. When I came back from Qatar, I said, I'm going to do whatever it takes to get back to playing basketball. No matter what it takes, I'm going to get back to playing basketball at a high level. If I have to quit this job with no other form of income coming in, I have my daughter. She's living with me. She's with me. I have to take care of her. I don't have no money saved up. I spend it all on my surgery, and then my knee is completely shot. It's like I had nerve damage in it. It was just all bad. So then I tried during this time, I was in the Pro-Am in Orlando, the Ace League Pro-Am. I started playing in the Ace League Pro-Am, and it just destroyed my knee even more. I started getting inflammation in my knee to where I couldn't walk. And I'm like, why is this happening? Why is this happening? Well, it's happening because you're not taking care of your body the way it needs to, and you just had surgery. And for your knee to be able to withstand playing at this high level, you have to train to a certain point and get your knee to a certain point that can withstand this amount of pressure. And I didn't know that at the time. I was just doing what I've always been doing. I've just been I just go and play. That's it. That's not the case. That wasn't the case. So I was like, I'm going to do whatever it takes to get healthy. I'm going to get healthy. So there was a treatment center in Orlando, Sanford. It's in Sanford, a little bit past Orlando, the Health Injury Center. And for me to get there, it was a 2-hour drive there, 2-hour drive back. The treatments were like $100 a session per knee. And I needed it on both of my knees. I needed the treatment for both of my knees. I looked around for other people who do that treatment, $300, $400. per session, per knee. I'm working at Walmart. Do you hear me? I'm working at Walmart. Ain't no way that I'm going to be able to pay for this treatment while working at Walmart and take care of my daughter and live, literally live, survive, paying off bills, paying off my car on a Walmart part-time salary. Come on. But I say it don't matter. I'm going to figure it out a way that I get back on the court because I had to get healthy first. First thing I had to do is I had to get healthy. I can't play professional basketball anymore if I can't play because I'm not healthy. So my number one focus was getting back healthy. Okay, getting back healthy. It took driving 2 hours every weekend, twice a week to get treatment. It took me going from 5 days a week working to saying, hey, basketball is number one. You need to devote more time to that instead of devoting all your time here complaining about, oh, I don't have enough money to be able to send. When God gives you a gift, you're supposed to work and do whatever it takes to fulfill that gift that He's given you. And everything behind that will work itself out. I was so focused on the money and how much I needed the money that I wasn't focused on the gift that I had. That I should be focusing on getting back to my gift. And if I had faith as I'm supposed to have, everything will work out for me in that direction. And I won't have to worry about money. I won't have to worry about eating or paying bills or any of that. And that's exactly how it happened. The minute I locked in and said, you know what, basketball is number one, and I started driving out there and getting that treatment. And I cut from 5 to 6 days to only 3 days a week because I needed to train. I needed to get in the gym and get shots up. I had to drive 30 minutes from home to work, another 30 minutes to the gym to train, then an hour back home, repeat the next day. And on the weekends, 2 hours for treatment twice a day, back the next day, 2 hours again, treatment, back, work, train. It was like clockwork. And I started becoming more happy. I started becoming happy again. Started becoming really happy again because I was working on what my goal is and who I was. You know, and I had people, oh my gosh. You know how it is. You got those people back at the crib, they see you, I thought you was this. I thought you was that. You out here working at Walmart. You ain't nobody. You know how they be. You know how they be. Those haters that just want to see you they was waiting on the moment they can tell you, look at you now. Huh? You think you was all that? Huh? And now you just working at Walmart. You're supposed to be this, that. That's where you gotta stay focused. They yearning to be the ones to tell you you ain't who you thought you were or this and that. But it ain't for them to know. It's for me to know. It was for me to know who I was. And I knew who I was. And I knew what I wanted to do. I started training. I started getting treatment. You know what I'm saying? And everything, it was like not even, it's just crazy. Everything just started clicking. I started making flips. Like I bought, since I worked at Walmart, I was buying PS5s, flipping those, getting extra money so I can go get extra treatment. And I was paying the money for my gas, for that giving me. I'm like, dang, everything is working out kind of nice. Within a month's time of me training and starting to get a little healthy, I got called up for a job back in Chile with the team in Puerto Varas. And I was just like, man, just like that. It was like the minute my mindset changed and I actually started working towards the goal that I wanted, which was to start playing again, I got offered a job. And I went into that job like, I am going to either decide this is what I'm supposed to be doing, or my knee cannot take the pressure. And when I got there, it was so visible that I just wasn't up to par. And I, as a professional player, any real player know, if you go in with any injury, any kind of setback, you're gone. You are gone. It's done for you. Hey, he hurt, all that. The players, the hoopers who been playing in this game for a long time, you know what I mean. You're done. They're not putting it. So I got that thought on my head. So I'm like, man, I'm not 100%. I was getting there, but I wasn't ready. But I was getting ready, and that's what you got to be. I was trying to get ready. The coach came up to me. He said, "Look, I know you got an injury with your knee. We already checked it out with the doctor. All you need to do is strengthen it up. You're good." And once I got that security from the coach that, hey, we're rocking with you and we're going to help you get healthier because we believe in you that much. You know, we believe in you that much. It just brought a calm. And I was able to have one of my best seasons. Like, we were playing for the cup. It was the first time. The team has never won any cup, championship, anything in the history of the league. Never, not one. Never won anything. And we're getting ready to play in this. So it's big. This is big. About 3 weeks before the cup, my dad died. My world flipped upside down. When my dad died, I say that was one of the biggest turning point in my life. My dad was 54 years old. 54 years old. And he died, and I literally had the last conversation with him, and I had no idea. I just got a call the next day, your dad's dead. And world turned upside down. So I have to fly back. I fly back home. I bury my dad. It was like a week process, the longest week of my life, the most ups and downs, unimaginable feelings that you go through, and it's just unimaginable. I have to go through all that for a whole week. I buried my dad, and I decided to return back to the team. We have the cup playoffs that weekend. I get back that week, start practicing, and I'm like, something feels weird. I have a weird pain in my heart. Like my teammate's like, maybe you're just tired. You know, you haven't been playing. You've been stressed out. It's been like 2-3 weeks. You're probably just tired. I'm like, you're right. I wake up the next day, and my entire chest, from here to my back, I thought my heart was about to explode. That much pain I had around my heart, and I couldn't get up. I couldn't move. I called my coach. He came and got me immediately because he knew I never call him. And if I call him, it must be something serious. So he rushed over, took me to the hospital, and basically I was laying there like, it's over for me. It was that painful and excruciating. I laid in the bed thinking it was over. It was over. They ran tests. It was like, there's absolutely nothing wrong with you. It's just stress. The stress of going back and forth from a country, burying my father unexpectedly, returning back to the team, having the championships, the cup playoffs that weekend was just, I couldn't internalize all of it at once. And I wound up in the hospital from stress, and my heart felt like it was about to literally explode. That's how much pain I was in. I never felt that type of pain before. Granted, because I'd never been through that type of situation before. And we played that weekend, and we won. We won the first ever championship for that club in history. And that was the first championship I ever had without my dad. So it was just such an emotional process in my journey that I could never take away. It was literally my first games back was the playoffs into the cup championship, and we won. The type of emotions that I felt in that moment, I cannot describe to you, because going through all of that and then burying my dad and then winning the championship, you want to talk about emotional roller coaster of just the worst that could happen to one of the peaks of things that can happen is just amazing. It's amazing and all because I'm still here and I get to tell my journey and tell my story of just something that I went through that was just makes me a lot more grateful today. You know, it's just made me, because right now we have 2 days and I'm going to be playing for another championship. For number 7. I'm going to be playing for number 7, and I'm just so grateful because at one point I was working at Walmart, getting hated on. Look at me now, you feel me? They try to hate and hold you down, and that's how they do. When haters try to hold you down, but when God got something for you, ain't nothing nobody could tell you. There ain't nothing no one can stop you. When you make your mind up that this is what I'm going to do, I said, this is what I'm going to do. And it led to a chip. It led to a chip. For Walmart, the championship. That's all I got for y'all today, man. Thanks for tuning in. Let me know how y'all felt about something in y'all life that changed y'all life, man. I'm just glad to be here, and I'm just so grateful, man. I wish all y'all gratefulness and success, and I know y'all gonna get through and have y'all breakthrough like that, man. When the haters come at you, you know who you are. It's just a matter of time. What can they say now? That's what you're gonna be thinking. What can they say now? Till next time. Skip.